doing it on my phone because I've left my iPad at home. But we're going to do a practice game for a Cam's Bridge Too Far, and Colin's got a new battle mat, which is a nice urban one, and we put the houses down and a few big shrubberies and some walls and some trees. So that's looking very nice. We'll see how we go this evening, just using the phone, and see what we got. Tonight is a US Guadalcanal. I've got 4 regular Marine units, early war. They've got 2 bars and the rest are rifles. NCO's got a rifle. I've got 2 dog teams. They're veterans with submachine guns. Well, apart from the dogs, of course. Got a medium mortar and a bazooka team, a truck, a second lieutenant and his mate, a second lieutenant on his own, and 2 Stuart 31A1s. So not the 5 machine guns, just the one in the turret and the one in the hull. So that's my army for this evening. Something different to go against Colin. I've submitted my list of the Italians for the tournament, so this is just a bit of fun to give Colin something different to play with. Well, army, he's got the Char B1, which is quite always a tough one. 3 FT-17s I see before me. One's got a light anti-tank gun and the others have just got their LMGs or MMGs, I can't remember.
One's a vet, don't knock it.
Oh, one's a vet as well. Oh, right, sorry.
7 points.
7 points.
Yeah.
For a vet.
Yeah.
Medium anti-tank gun.
Yep.
Oh, it has. 2 trucks to carry the troopies. We've got 2 cavalry units, veterans.
Yep.
And a sniper.
Sniper, veteran sniper.
Veteran sniper.
And the Senegalese.
And the Senegalese.
With the light machine gun.
Alright, so, yeah, that's the French for this evening.
Not actually played one of this scenario for a long time, and the scenario that we've rolled up is surrounded. So basically the defender puts their half of their units within the 12-inch radius of the centre, and then the attacker brings on their troops from the their table edge. But turn 2, it's confused fighting, so people can come in from everywhere. As I say, I've not played this one for a long time, and it is a bit confusing, the scenario, because one, if you bring a unit on from that's on a table edge, it locks that table edge for you. The opponent cannot bring a unit on. However, if I then choose a different table edge and bring it on from that one, it frees up the first table edge and blocks the next table edge. So have a look at the scenario and see how it runs, but it is a confusing one, and I hadn't got my head around the thought process about the randomness. So enjoy the battle report and see how we get on.
Rightio. Yep, some dark beers for tonight.
Dark beers.
So we've rolled up, and we're going to just do a scenario out with a book. We've ditched a couple that we didn't like because we've played them often because of the tournament practice. So we've come up with Surrounded, and Colin has gone as a defender, so he's had to put half of his units in within 12 inches of the middle, and on his half of the table.
Yeah.
Has it got to be in your half of the table?
What's that? No, it's just, all I've got to do is 12 inches from the
You sure?
Yeah.
Sure it's not in your half of the table?
I wish it was. I'd rather not be there.
Yeah. But I might be wrong. Probably am. So yeah, I've deployed. So Colin's
12 inches, defend the table. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Colin's got a sniper in and an observer. No observer.
No.
So I've put my sniper up here, and I've got my observer down here. There he is. Just keeping an eye out on the middle of the board. So I've got 7 units off. 7 units to come on first. 1 tank, 2 infantry units, mortar team, dog team, and officers.
Dog team.
Dog team.
Oh, good. Bit of dog in, Lincoln.
Yep. Bit of dog in. Yes. So that's us for tonight.
Yeah, the dog in. Yeah.
That's better. So yeah, end of turn 1 and bringing on the first wave. So I'm trying to hug the cover and moved on with the Stuart over here because Colin had set up quite a good little cover with his little tank there. It's got light anti-tank and machine gun, and he's got his medium anti-tank, and he's got his Charby 1, and it was covering a lot of the deployment axis that was coming on. I did take one shot with my sniper and killed the one man in the gun team, but can't do exceptional on artillery pieces, so just had to do the man. Are you leaving anything on ambush?
Don't think so.
No. Right, so you're going to move them off from there.
Yep.
So I've brought on some Marines on this side, covering with cover of the house. So we're on to turn 2. Turn 2, and it's a confused fight. It's an incredible thing. So they can come from any table edge, and then that table edge is blocked for the rest of the game if they don't bring anything on from another table edge. So first dice out, I didn't bring anything on from my rear end.
That's good.
Yeah, which allowed this little FT to sneak on to take a shot at my Stuart. So I had to recce away. He did get a shot and did put one pin on. I then brought my bazooka team on because I could bring it on from that edge. Took a shot and missed, which was really sad. The mortar took a shot and missed on that one on the first turn, so it needs a 5 this turn around. I put this unit onto ambush just to keep them a bit, keep that side a bit safe from the marauding cavalry. Dog team moved up. Little FT came on from this side and shot at the infantry, so I put them down. So it just killed one and put one pin on. Officer team moved up to take a shot at the gun, but just put a pin on them. One unit of cavalry failed to come on this side. I've moved my troops up in the truck. They've come up here. This side did not go very well for me. I had a lovely opportunity to try and kill the FT command and missed. And then we suffered the penalties because this one came up and put some pins, and this one came up, the Charby, hit it with the light howitzer and hit it also with the anti-tank gun. Stunned it and then put it on fire. So that was a bit harsh. Officer got shot by the FT command tank. That was a bit sad.
Yep.
Only good thing was that my Marines over there did do a little bit of damage on the Senegalese and kill the LMG. But then, of course, the cavalry came on from the side and has shot up them a little bit, killed 3 and put a pin on them. They're not looking very happy. I could do with first dice several times this next turn. And it's been quite, it's turn 3, quite an interesting little turn. Some ups and downs for everyone. A down is this order here, because the FTs fired it again and took out a few more people, and they've gone down. I've disembarked the infantry into the ruins, keep them a bit safe. Collins' veteran cavalry failed to come on for a second turn, which I was quite pleased about. The tank failed to be able to take a shot. It was an ambush and it didn't pass the test, or did it?
What's that?
No, tank.
Which
No,
one?
you're a Charby 1.
That passed. That was alright. It
Yeah,
was
but-
an ambush though.
Yeah.
Oh, it failed to do its ambush.
Failed to do its ambush, that was it.
Yeah.
Yep. What was real fun over here, Colin didn't think so,
No.
was that the little one-man tank decided he was going to move backwards to take a shot at the dog team. And foobarred, and then rolled a 2, which meant I could target some units, which I did. And the little tank fired at the command tank, hit it, penetrated it, and has immobilised it, and put 2 pins on it. So that was a bit of a bonus. With the machine gun, it worked very well.
You killed about 4 or 5, didn't you?
And killed 4 of them.
Yeah.
So that was quite good.
Yeah.
That was a bonus. Over there, let's just focus in, if I can. Focus in. Probably not then. The cavalry unit charged the... I tried to put pins onto the cavalry unit. Unfortunately, it wasn't good enough. And they passed the leadership test and charged in and killed the infantry unit that was left. But never mind. There's still 4 of them left. 3 of them left. And the dog team with the Doberman. So I'm hoping for big things there. Hoping for big things. Talking of big things, I had to recce the Stuart again, which is a real shame. I left it to stand for the FT, but I recce'd it away from the medium artillery piece, which you can't see anymore because my mortar hit it and killed the remaining crew. Over here, these were an ambush just to keep the other cavalry unit at bay. and the bazooka team did take out the FT, which was a bonus. So, but the bazooka team now are stranded in the middle of nowhere over here.
No targets.
With no targets. But the Stuart is got 2 pins, and hopefully we'll get rid of a couple of those at this next turn. So, dice, 3 Americans killed to 2 French killed. So moving into the next turn. So, end of the turn, and the French are pressing home their attack on this backboard edge. The cavalry have come on. The infantry went down, so they've survived a bit. Most of the cavalry were out of the 6-inch pistol range. I advanced up the infantry to try and put a bit of damage on them, but the officer team only put 1 pin and killed 1. Trying to do a bit of rescuing with the truck and its infantry unit around this side to come round and perhaps put some pressure on here, but that Char B is a real problem in the middle. Immobilised, I took a mortar shot at it.
That's a problem. Good.
And missed it, but I need a 5 next turn, so I'm hoping that might do a bit of damage. The little tank there is free range at the moment. It killed the dog team with its machine gun. Cavalry unit came up. I did have my sniper on ambush, but the sniper missed. I've advanced up. The dog team, they took a shot at the Senegalese around the corner. They went down. I think I put an extra pin on, didn't I?
Yeah,
Put a pin on them.
Yeah.
I've moved up my bazooka team. I think that's what Colin's after, because I'm angling to get that FT with it, perhaps. Moved up my infantry squad to protect. The Stuart failed its leadership test, had to reverse back to the backboard, and the mortar team got a hit from the Char B's light anti-tank. So it was a 1-inch direct shot with a HE and killed 2 and put 1 pin on. So I'm hoping they might pass the leadership test to be able to put that shot onto that FT. So moving into the next turn, hoping for the first dice again, but I've not had one yet, so I'm hoping that I might get one.
For a while.
So I think I'm going to send to turn 4, and cavalry wiped out the remaining of the troops here. My little officer man survived, but put 1 pin on the cavalry, which was quite useful. The Stuart rallied, well not rallied, but passed its leadership test.
Hurrah.
And did some sneaky shots at the cavalry. This is not woods, they're just independent decorative trees. So yeah, managed to put another pin. Didn't kill anyone, but put a pin on them, so that was quite useful. So they got 2 pins. This little FT is just rolling around. The Sharby moved up, although I had cover, that still didn't save me. So the truck got hit, penetrated, on fire, managed to put it out. But of course, with that, the people in the transport jump out. So they've got 2 pins, and the truck's got 2 pins. The little dog team, sorry, just keep you going. Little dog team over here, snuck around the corner and duffed up the 2 Algerians that were left. And this cavalry decided to run away rather than face the fire of the Marine squad. The bazooka team has moved up, we're hoping to get another little tanky, and I've put the sniper on ambush just to deal with that cavalry if it comes into sight, although I did miss last time. We remember the turret jam on that one, so that turret is facing forwards on the FT, so Colin's put it on ambush, just to, did you pass the leadership test with it, to put it on ambush? Things that you forget.
I know. So I'm -1.
-1? Oh, right.
Right, good fun. It has as well.
Oh, that's good then.
It didn't fubard, but it...
Yeah, it just goes down. Well, makes no odds,
It
does it, all that?
well, it does, because I was going to
Yeah, you were going to leave it out. Ah, right. So that's a bit of safe. So yeah, moving into turn 5. How many dice have I lost? 4, 5?
5. 5 plays 3.
5 plays 3. So I'm still 2 dice down. Got to try and get them back somehow. So into turn 5. That's some real cat and mouse games now. Managed to pass the leadership test for the tanks. Come up, and it was going to take a shot at the cavalry. The cavalry took a evasive action and ran round the corner. So that's good. The little tank here failed to kill. The Char B1 failed its leadership test to move and went down, which was a real bonus. The FT failed its leadership test. No, it didn't.
No, it opened fire.
Opened fire at my Marines. The Marines opened fire on these, which forced them to move, and then the dog team took some shots at them and killed one and put a pin on them. Colin put the little tank on ambush because he was concerned about my bazooka team, which I've just popped round the corner. Things are progressing. We'll see how we run on to that. So we're moving into turn 6. I don't think we lost really any dice, did we?
I don't think we lost the dice that turn.
No. So yeah, moving into 6,
pretty
and
much.
it's pretty close. I've got.
Very close.
Is it 4 plays 3 or 5 plays 3?
5 plays 3.
5 plays 3. So this on a knife edge. It's not really worth moving into turn 7 a chance because I'm not going to be able to get the Americans back on top with the dice that we just lost in that turn. Although we rallied these people down here, the people rallied, the truck went down, the Charby went down again, failed again. Command tank rallied on that. Cavalry over here buffed up the dog team and charged away over to this to move on to taking a pop at these next turn. So they're not going to be able to be killed. Those are fairly safe, but Colin could charge those, but it's a bit safer to charge the mortar. Charmed life of the officer down here. With all the shots from the FT-17, he's survived and lived. Or lived and survived.
Lived and survived.
So yeah, so a good win to the French in this one. The surrounded scenario really gives a random type of game, thinking about where people are going to come on and off. Maybe I was a little bit gung-ho with that tank there, but I could have knocked him out, but didn't. But Colin did knock my one out, so there we go. So yeah, thanks for watching, and speak to you soon.
Well, a different sort of battle. I had my chances, and my dice throws, sadly, in a few of the occasions, just let me down. But there we go, that's bolt action, and that's the run of the dice. Beginning of second turn, I just forgot about the setup and coming on from any table edge. And I just left my rear table edge open and my Stuart at risk. That's the problem with flanks, but Colin was very good. He did set up a really nice little killing zone with his 3 tanks right from the beginning. And the anti-tank gun. That was really well played by Colin. He just covered loads of firing lines to cause me grief. So, yeah, hats off to Colin. He got a good win out of that one. If my Stuart had taken out his FT-17 command tank, then I might have had a better chance. But it wasn't to be, and I left it hanging out, and the Charby 1 and the small tank did me for that. It was a bit of a shame, but there we go. It was a risk. Things that I liked, the dogs are quite useful for getting rid of hidden, and I liked the use of the bazooka team. They were a bit of a threat to him. Didn't actually do much apart from knock out that FT-17, but they were fun. Losing both Stuarts. Losing one of the Stuarts was a bit of a pain, and then losing the second one, my fault on that one. It was a 50, you move it out and you think, yeah, I've got a good chance. I only need a 4, and you miss. And then Colin only needs a 3, hits the 3, and it's in the side. Yeah, that was my fault. That was a bit silly, but never mind. We learn from these games, and we move on. So yeah, thanks very much for watching. I hope you had fun watching it. Please like if you do. Please subscribe if you haven't. Share it with your friends. That would always be great. And on to the next video, I would think. On to the next game, as we do. So thanks for watching. Take care.